Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, my lighting's not on. No, it is. Okay. Let me sort that out. I'm currently in a trade, which is right there. That's the current trade we're in, boys. I entered, I'll break the trade down afterwards, or at least a bit later on in the stream. But obviously it's moving pretty well, which we love to see. It is a bit, let me just slide it across there a little bit. There you go. Yeah, looks better. Bum, 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 bum. I feel like surely this trade can't go wrong, right? Famous last words. My mic is open, yeah, my mic's on, just checking. The original entry was off this 3 minute here. So that's the trade, essentially. Send that to the back, that's annoying me where it's there. Visual order, send to back. First partial I'm going to take off a London high just to be safe. Then the remainder, honestly I could just really, if I really wanted to, I might just, should I just trail it? Let's do some quick standard deviations right now, quickly, before the open. If I was to push price above all-time highs, because realistically, price isn't probably going to sweep all-time highs and then, like, dump. Let's measure this, because this is a breaker. Should we go for, like, what? Should we just go for something crazy? I feel like going for 522. That's not like crazy, but it's definitely a lot more. I feel like just trailing once I've secured my profits. 522.25. Let's just see if I can trail it all the way up to that. That'd be crazy. Like, it definitely could. I feel like we're in like a buy day, so. Or, you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to do it by the bodies. Well, I don't have to really. I can do it by the entire range, but it's just that it's in video, so it makes me sus. Like the Nvidia earnings last night. I was actually very happy that this dumped overnight because it meant that I could actually probably potentially get something today, which obviously we did. Let me hide the 0 and the 1. I'm also just getting rid of this because I hate having it on my screen. Cody, you've been trying along this? Yeah, you had to be in fairly early, to be honest. I got in, so my original entry, I was looking at the 3 minute. I mean, I was watching this like before the news released because I was thinking it best not like do this because this is a 2022, right? But it's like the news was here, so you didn't really have the argument to enter off this market structure shift, and that entry into this fair value gap here wasn't explicitly valid. You could very easily have gotten knocked out by the news wicking, but what I will do in that situation is I'll just wait for the, well, what you should do is wait for the news to release, so that way you're not standing in front of it. And then very simply, we had that move there, and then this displacement leg with the news created this fair value gap, which is just in a discount of that high to that, or that low to that high, just in a discount. So that was my original entry there, that 3 minute. And then I scaled down onto the 1 minute because I entered that with like not max risk. But I went down onto the 1 minute, and then when we did this next run up, I just measured to the discount of that, and then this fair value gap here was my second entry, which you can actually extend down to that body there. That was my second contract entry there, and then now I'm literally just gonna hold this until London highs. I don't even really want to move my stop, to tell you the truth. Don't really want to move the stop, just because it could very easily come down into this 5 minute. I don't think it would though. I would assume that this would just like not allow anyone to get into the move and just kind of go. I mean, we have, oh, wrong tool. That would be a fair value gap that I would expect it to drop to and then continue. Short-term discount. Open in 3 minutes. Yeah, I do as well, Cody. I normally wait until 9:30, but today, because we had the high impact news at 8:30, I'm getting more. By no means. It's by no means my favorite setup, trading at 8:30, but I want to get a bit more comfortable doing it because it's just like you just catch the really nice moves. Well, only when there's medium or high impact news at 8:30, like we had today. That's when I'll really like actually look for it. We have this 3 minute as well. I'm going to highlight this 3 minute because it's a bit bigger. It just looks cleaner than that 1 minute. That 1 minute's kind of like just there. The 3 looks nice. 4 looks nice actually as well. 4 looks even better. It's not there on the 5, is it? Yeah, no. Nothing on the 15. That's the 4. Pre-market longs look very clean. Yeah. 8:30 news. There's nothing saying that this won't drop at the open though and like offer a chance. That's my issue with it. Like you say, a lot of times like that 8:30 move, it'll give this nice little run, but then it'll open and just tank against it, and then it'll do the run. Like that's my issue with it. We'll see how this one wants to move. We've got 2 minutes, a minute and a half until the open. Like if this does play out, then that'll be lovely. But back to break even now, pretty much. This is what scares me going into the open and just like it tanking. Like I'm not reducing my stop. I don't really want to, because I could, but I'll tell you what I'll do. Because I entered originally here, and then that's first partial there. I could absolutely move my stop. I can't actually. I could move my stop literally 1 tick higher, but I just don't want to. I want it 1 tick below that because the volume imbalance is there. So yeah, holding fingers into the open. Crossing fingers, not holding fingers. It's coming to fill my limit. Oh yeah, nice. That 15 minute is what I would be. I'm gonna have so many. I'm gonna draw this 15 minute with 2 green lines, just because otherwise I'll have like a million boxes on my chart. We have that order block there as well. This is a 15 minute order block. I was expecting it to reach that order block down there, but it didn't. Oh, there's the open. Are you gonna come stop me? What are you gonna do? Tapped into that 15 minute. So now if we break above this high now, then I'll move my stop up. I was just very scared of that initial volatility at the open. Stream delay? I mean, there will be a delay, yeah, but... Okay, my stop's gonna get jammed up to there. And then when this first partial hits, I'll go to break even. There we go. Break even, and then let's just see where we can trail this, to be honest. Secured profits on the day, right at open. I'm basically like, if I really would like this to just kind of blow off now and start really shooting. Like I said, I can't lose money, so I'm gonna get rid of... I've got so many things in my chart, I'll add them all later when I add it into my journal. But yeah, let's see where this can get to. That's the largest open candle I've seen in a while. Is that... Okay. Do I... Yeah, I'll just leave it at break even. Because, like, if this is going to take off, it shouldn't really come into the lower half of this fair value gap. I'm aggressive with my start, but it's free, like it's a free trade, so. The money on the day has been made. How much was that actually? I don't know how much I made on that contract. Project X. I don't want to mess with it on the actual computer because it'll just fuck up the stream. Is that even my password? Oh god, I don't know my password. Oh wait, yeah I do. No one analysed my fingers to figure out my password. Invalid username. Okay, I'll just do it on here. We made $483 on that trade. Obviously, we're still up another 400 right now. Are we? What are we on there? 300. I'm really anticipating an expansion day. Like, I really want to just like hold this and just see how much I can milk it for. That's all-time highs any second now. I thought I was chasing with that long. I got out pretty quick though. Nice, Dumpy. Longs are eating. Longs be eating. Bum, 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 bum. That drop below actually makes a lot of sense when you see all this sell side here. Look at all that juicy minus sell side built up right before the open. That's a 3-minute fair value gap there that I've got highlighted. The one that I entered off my originally. Entered my trade off. I love days like this where I'm done really. Like, this is the earliest I've ever been done because I very rarely take trades from that 8:30 setup. But it feels good to be literally, like, I'm basically done on the day. Like, I'm probably not going to enter something else because... I mean, really, that's an entry right there. If you wanted to be, if you like missed the first move, that's potentially an entry. But obviously, we have swept London highs. We've made equal highs with all-time highs, so I still think this is going up. But yeah, slightly riskier entry, but still an entry nonetheless. Where's my stop? My stop's at the body of this 1 minute candle. So I might get stopped break even. I would have got stop break even anyway at this point anyway, because my other target would have been all-time highs. So let's see. Yeah, stop to break even on that second one. Didn't get the break I was looking for. I didn't really want to have my thing like slightly in the negative. I just wanted just to break even. Like if I was being cautious, my stop would have been below the low of that. So probably a slightly premature break even, but like I had a partial, like I had taken profits, so yeah, okay. Oh, it feels good to wipe away all the damage that I did to the account though over August. Feels really good. I think it was the first week of August or second week of August. Oh my god, I traded terribly. But I wasn't trading my model, so that was the main issue. Now that I've gone back to my 2022 model, I decided to, like, I said to myself, right, focus on the Bullnox account, trade the 2022 model. I said that to myself at the start of this week, and now I'm in the green. And remember, I had that trade yesterday where I it stole my profit because of that glitch. Oh, you're looking at NQ? I've not been looking at NQ. Where's NQ? Oh, way above. Way above where ES is. I mean, not compared to higher time frame, because higher time frame... Oh, no, it's not that far, actually. Higher time frame ES is, like, right at all-time highs. We do have 10 AM news, remember, as well. We have medium impact 10 AM news. Oh, I lost OBS. Yeah, NQ. Wow. I see what you mean about that open candle, Cody. I bet you were meaning NQ. I just keep like assuming everyone's talking about ES because I'm trading ES. Yeah, that was one hell of an open candle on NQ. I mean, it was one hell of an open candle on ES as well, but not as much of a wick down as NQ, or not as much of a NQ didn't wick down as much as ES. Which was fine. But like I would have probably moved to break even, or I didn't, but I was tempted to move to break even on the on this trade, and I would have been stopped at break even, which would have been pretty annoying. So I'm glad I didn't move my stop to break even prematurely. It's always good. It's annoying that I got stopped like what, one tick from all-time highs. But my profit wasn't even at all-time highs, it had been moved way up here. I still think it's going up there. It's a bullish day. It's a bullish week. It's a bullish market. At least for now. Yeah, look how clean that 1 hour is. So yeah, wait, let me just walk through what I was looking at for that trade, because I've been stalking this like for the past couple hours. So overnight, obviously, we had Nvidia drop us down into the pit of Nvidia earnings, and then we slowly recouped it overnight. Expansion through Asia and London, so honestly, not ideal for the AM, but not like super one line expansion. It was like a healthy expansion, so expansion up, retrace, expansion up, deep retrace, and then I measured this range here from London, and I wanted to see this come into a discount, which it did pretty cleanly. So once we came into that discount there, we then had 8:30 news get released, which I watched the release and essentially just waited to capitalize on an entry afterwards. I didn't really want to sit in a trade right before the news hit because that's dangerous. So when the news hit on this 8:30 candle here, I measured this run up, and then we got this 3-minute fair value gap form there. So I took one contract on right there, stop loss at the low there, target obviously up here. And then as we moved higher here, I dropped down onto the 1 minute just to see if there was potential for me to add, since I wasn't at my max risk. And we had this 1 minute run up here, which I just realized the music's probably too loud. Or at least it's loud in my headphones. I probably just need to turn it down on my headphones. Sorry if I was shouting. Anyway, yeah, so this 1 minute drop down here, I measured that in premium to discount and then entered off this 1 minute fair value gap here. That was my second entry. And then took one contract off a London high, stopped out at break even on the other one. Very solid trade. I'm okay with capitalizing on, or I'm okay with being stopped at break even on that second contract, because I basically was just, I had a free coin flip of whether this was just going to explode. And I was getting stopped break even either way, because my second exit was all-time highs, so it fell one tick short of that, so I wouldn't have got that anyway. So not much to be done there. I really don't know what to expect from the rest of this session. I'm expecting it to come up, but it'll be interesting to see how it wants to come up. NQ is exploding from the looks of it. I want to see, did NQ have the same sort of, what's the 8:30 news here? Yeah, it didn't really come into a discount like ES did. Was that 3 minute setup still there? It's there, but is it a discount? Yeah, no, not quite. Didn't come down into a discount like ES. Very nearly. That's like you're gonna enter off that realistically, because there's not a smaller fair value gap to enter off. That one's way too far away. But yeah, that would have been the entry on NQ from the 8:30 news. Essentially the same entry as ES, just not as ideal with it not being in a discount, but by no means a bad trade. And then you could have even targeted more because that's London high there, but then you also had previous days high up there, or the overnight high from Nvidia earnings. And my eyeballs are hurting because I'm forgetting to blink. But yeah, that's NQ. Back to ES. ES has been treating me too nicely. Interesting if we get some sort of retracement now and stop just shy of all-time highs. Because where are stops realistically now? Stops are down here, below the news. I'm going to just hide a lot of this stuff because I don't want to have to draw it up again later. Oh, you know what, I'll just delete it. It's not that much stuff. But we have, I'm going to not highlight that one anymore because that's not important, this 15-minute is. If there's going to be some measure of continuation and not a run on stops, I'd expect it to happen around here. but that doesn't look very continuation-esque, at least on the 15. So maybe I'll want to dig into this and sweep the overnight, or not overnight, the pre-market liquidity. Who knows? 10 AM news in 15 minutes, so let's see what happens when that gets released. Overall, still bullish. Still would expect this to continue up. This is pretty messy to the downside. Also, let me just pull up my, let me save this, and let me pull up this chart here. Oh, one sec. Oh. So this is my new week opening gap, new day opening gap chart. I just wanted to show this basically. Look at this is the Nvidia earnings report last night, and just tanked and stopped right at a new day opening gap. Like, that's insane. Literally sank off a cliff and stopped right at it, and then completely reversed and went the other way. Use the new day opening gaps here for support. That started the rally in London, and then it messed around at the high of that new week opening gap here before this 8:30 news release. Pretty cool. I think we take a swing low before we go high, since paused under. Yeah, that does make sense. Journey going short, Journey fading the longs today. Like I said, 10 AM news. Let's see what happens when that releases. Ugh. Bum, 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 bum. Was there any SMT at all at the open? Oh. What button did I just press? I ended up on crypto. Is that on my watch list? Is that why that's there? Yeah, that's my old crypto watch list from like 2020. Delete that shit. This was technically a 2022 short here. Not technically, it was. But obviously it's just a bit against the bias for me today. And I'm not sure what you'd target other than this pre-market liquidity down here. Let's get rid of those standard deviations for now, until we get back up there. White Sand Wick to OTE played out. Very nice. "10 minutes until medium impact news." Big reversal. We have this 1 hour. Let's break that down to a 15-minute actually. I'm gonna break that down to this 15-minute here. That 15 minutes nice as well because it's just below this sell side. Which is London low, right? Yeah. Could potentially long this again if it offers the setup at 10 AM. But I'd probably do it on the micros and just do it with like half the risk of what I've won today because I don't really want to give my profits back. Let's delete that 15-minute up there because that's definitely not being respected. And to be honest, I'll delete this one as well, or I'll drag this one back across to here because it was still important over there. But right now, that one down there is my focus. See what it wants to do here. It just wicked down there below it, but there's really no swing high for it to shift, so. I grabbed a short to buy area high, I chose locking account. Getting stupid over here. Oh no, Dompe. Do you know what I can do actually as well, because I keep forgetting to. Can I edit this somehow? I do not only have a Bullinox discount code, I also have Tradeify. Where's the and symbol? Tradeify. How does that even look on the... Okay. Let me just move code Kai across because that just doesn't look right. Looks bad. Because when Tradeify did their new, like, dashboard thing, they've now, like, given me a code, which is nice of them. Pain in the arse what it was before, where I had to have a, like, I had to send people to it through my link. Dum, 5 minutes until medium news. You have been warned. I'm not really interested. I want to see more down here. This would be a nice sort of swing high for us to do something like this. That's the long potential. It's not really there in anything but the 1 minute though. We still got 4 minutes until news. I'd want news to provide the displacement. I'm also going to need... how can I do this? I'm going to need MES just because I need to know how many micros to use to be at like $200, $250 risk. I'm short on paper to 1.05 minute NQ. What's NQ doing? Is it dropped? Oh, it has dropped quite a lot. Not as much as ES though. Pretty much as ES, but I mean, it's not got to London low, and that's one thing. ES has swept London low. Oh my god, look how many lines I have hidden. Why do I have all these lines hidden? Why is that object tree? It's because I've stopped like tracking all my stuff on NQ. It's like my ES chart is my ES object tree is cleaner, and it's actually spread out across 2 layouts. Okay, news in 1 minute. Medium news in 1 minute. To be honest, where this candle closes will kind of hint to me whether longs are still going to be worthwhile. Because if this candle closes below the 15 minute, it's like not really very promising, because like what is it targeting? Not a whole lot. But if it closes in like in the upper half or like above it, that's pretty nice. I'm not really interested in longs though until we get above this swing high. That's my market structure shift potential swing high. Let me make that like 10. I need to change that template as well. Save as market structure shift. Okay, yeah, so that's a nice close on that 15 minute. Now what's this 10 AM gonna do? No fair value gap, that's for 1. What's NQ doing? Oh, it was SMT at those highs as well, from like just after the open. Oh wait, no there wasn't. I mean, an idiot. SMT at the lows? SMT at those lows. And SMT there as well. at the open. Specific time that you want to look for it. Well, that pending home sales was a dud. Big old dud. There's a couple of new day opening gaps in here and a new week opening gap, so that kind of explains why it's just kind of banging around here a little bit. I'm still of the same opinion basically on what I'm looking for, but there's no fair value gap in here, so maybe it's just going to continue lower on the day now and start some sort of retracement. On the daily, what could it be wanting to reach for? No, not a whole lot in my opinion. This is primed to at least get above all-time highs, really. Oh. Dum, dum, dum. I feel like 90% of these streams is me just humming the music that's on in the background. Market has been bad for continuation plays lately. This could just go up too. Yeah. Yeah, very good point. Like I say, my bias is still bullish. I would be so very surprised if this tops here. I am not calling a top. I wonder what that wick from Nvidia. Yeah, look at that, the midpoint of that wick. Nice play for Asia. I'm trying to just determine where this is going to draw down to. I mean, we have this 1 hour low here of a fair value gap. Wouldn't really expect it to get much lower than that if it's still bullish, right? I wouldn't expect it really to get down there at all anyway. I'd expect it to turn to this 15-minute because this 1 hour fair value gap, we started it here, we went up, and then this down close candle here, we balanced, this range here is balanced. So this is the actual part of price that's imbalanced, and it's just below that liquidity, so that's why it's hopefully should react here and not have to come and fill in the whole fair value gap. That was taught by ICT, by the way. I haven't just made that up. So we have this hourly imbalance here. Let me get rid of that pink line there. we have this hourly imbalance, and if you want to determine how much of it is going to be filled in, you can drop onto a lower time frame, and then you can essentially just look at where that 1 hour fair value gap formed, and you can see that on that 1 hour, when you drop into a 15-minute, this candle came up to form this bottom kind of portion of the imbalance, and then we came back down with a down close candle. So this range from here to here is balanced, and then this imbalance here is where price just kind of spooled off and actually left the real imbalance. So then if we highlight that area and drag that across, that is the real imbalance, and that's why price wicked down into that and is now reacting. Little ICT gem for you boys from Kai Autistic Capital. Okay, now we're pushing above this, so this is nice to see. I want to get rid of those damn lines. Oh my god. It's leaving an imbalance here, potentially. Albeit a small one. Oh, no, it didn't even leave it. NQ's leaving one. NQ is honestly a bit more bullish. NQ left an imbalance there. I used to be able to go from NQ to, or do the maths with the macros, or not the macros, with the minis and the micros. Just kind of divided by 10, I guess. 94. I need 250. So I can use 2 micros, really. I mean, I'll do it. I'll chuck 2 micros on here, on NQ. It's the trade that I'm looking for, so. And I'm not gonna give back the profits I made on the day. I'm just checking there's no real like deeper fair value gap on a higher time frame. It's not quite discount, but it'll do. It's got enough of a displacement away. Just getting ready to drag my stop loss down so I can make sure that I've done my risk properly. I'll probably just take this to high of the day. These highs are equal as well, so that is a nice target. Would be nice if it actually tagged me though, and didn't stop 1 tick short. It's not even 1 tick short, is it? It's, oh no, it is literally, oh no, it's 5 ticks short. Bum, bum, bum. I'll read that comment in a sec, Dumpy. I'm just being hyper aware that, you know what, I always do this and I don't know why. I always like sit and just wait for it to fill me because I want the dollar amount, so just to make sure I'm like I was right with my calculations. Instead, I could just do that, and then it's just completely solves my peace of mind. I break evened out of my short and went long to OTE of the down move and out. Just paper. I'm done with paper for the day. Nice. Everyone's killing it today. Not sure how long I will do this, but I fade the continuations. I am trading, that is correct. It is stressful doing both. It is stressful, but I've kind of, you just get used to it after a while. And like I say, I'm basically done. Like I've made my money for the day, so I don't really need to be too bothered about this. I'm only entering this because I'm kind of butthurt. I didn't get the explosion at the open, but what would be nice actually is if this expanded a bit more from here, say to like up here, and then came and filled me, because that then would put this in a discount, which makes it just a slightly better. No, you're the man, Tom P. You are the man. I'm just a boy. Also, we have that 4 minute now. It's nice to see that NQ's disrespecting bullet or bearish PD arrays as well, like this big Sibby here. On the 3 minute got disrespected. It's respecting the 5, but just the fact that it's disrespecting that 3 just give me that little extra boost of confidence. And like I say, bullish bias. Bullish bias. This did sweep liquidity as well, by the way. Just not as deep as ES, but it did sweep pre-market liquidity. Let me just highlight my opening prices on NQ. That's 8:30 open, right? Yeah, and then where's the midnight open? All the way back there. That is midnight open, right? Yep. Am I filled yet? No. Oh, it stopped right at midnight open. That's pretty cool. Do 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 do. Where's Geordie today? That's what I want to know. Where's my boy? Where's my favourite South African? Ugh. Getting filled, getting filled, getting filled. Maybe. Let's just jump onto MNQ real quick. I just want to make sure that I'm correctly leveraged here. Long there, stop there, create limit order. Yeah, okay. And then I can't go up to 3, can I? Because I go over here. That's fine, that's perfect. Bang. What risk to reward is that trade? One to 2. That's a small gap that we had in NQ, isn't it? Yeah, 25 points. Ugh. Da, 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 da. Oh, did I get filled? Oh, I got filled there. Let me just drag this down so it's an actual dollar amount. It's one tick higher than that. Huh? Wait, what? That just got me out. I'm just gonna re-enter. That was weird. I think I dragged my stop loss into profit. I think that's what I just did. I think I set my stop and then dragged it to profit. I just I just checked that I like didn't get screwed by something. Like on my P&L, I lost like $10 there, I think, which is fine. What's the high of that? Yeah, okay. And then let me just have my... Just have those there. Okay, let's see how this goes. That was weird. I think I did. Did I drag my... Is that what I did? Did I drag my my stop loss in to take profits, then it just exited me out of the trade? Wait, the low on that is 98.50. On here it's 98 on the micro. I'll check. I'll scroll back in the stream later and see if that's what I did. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. It makes sense. I've moved things around the wrong way on TopStep X before and caused some strange stuff. Yeah. Weird. But that's the second weird thing I've had. I mean, the weirdest thing was that other day when I had like an invisible limit order. Where's my entry here? 4275. I'm tempted to be a little bit more aggressive with my stop, honestly, just because I don't want to see this lose like too much. I'm not over leveraged by any means, but like if I just moved it, say, to what, like 5 ticks below that mean threshold of that order block, which would be, I mean, it's going up, so that's a good sign. This says 17, that says 1750. I'm gonna go for what this says and put it, if I put it at 612, 120 compared to a what, 175. I'll just leave it there. What's the harm? And like an extra $50. I'll get to reduce it soon anyway once it gets to there. Can I move you to the right? You're annoying me because you're on the... If I move... Okay, no, that's fine. That's better, honestly. Let's just do that, actually. Okay, well now I'm looking at this order block if we print a fair value gap here. Yes, what you doing? We printed the order block. Or the fair value gap, sorry. That highlights that order block as a more significant one, since it's got the imbalance there. I wonder if I'm gonna have to wait until like the macro at the end of the AM. We'll see. Or it could just reverse against me. There's always that. We are in this larger 5 minute. I'm gonna just get rid of that drawing because it's... I literally can't see price. Doom. Ugh, I've been here so long I don't know what let me just check my battery on this. Oh yeah, my lighting could die any second. I'll open my blind if that happens and we'll get some actual daylight in here. Is there a volume imbalance on that fair value gap? I'm curious. No, it doesn't look like it. Close 34, open 34. Yeah, no volume imbalance. I wonder if I get out of this. You know what? I am going to move my stop up to the midpoint of that order block. Based off the fact that it's a propulsion block, or the idea that it is, I'm going to move my stop like... $6.13, 4 points below the mean threshold of that. Just because I think if it's going to come all the way down there, like it's obvious to me that I've lost before I even have, whereas this is kind of like, I mean, once it crosses the midpoint of this order block, if it crosses that, then I'm like most likely wrong anyway. That's kind of like my last ditch effort anyway. So being like comfortably below that instead of all the way down here, I just feel like that's a little bit too much. Whereas that is obviously a lot tighter, but I don't mind it. Considering I'm only doing this to see if I can steal a few extra bucks with micros. I already made my main trade of the day, which was a dub. Do 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 do. And now that we've come down into this 5 minute, if we print like a swing low, if we make some sort of like an intermediate term low here on a lower time frame, then yeah. So if we make another swing low here after this one, I won't really expect it to come much lower. I could even jam my stop up to that low, to be honest, if it prints another swing low before it gets below it. If it gets below it before that, I'm probably wrong. Five-minute unicorn short on NQ. Ah, yeah. NQ could want to get all the way down to London low, to be fair. ES definitely looks like it's going to continue lower, I guess. Doesn't really make sense to me because it has that equal high all-time highs, but it can obviously do it. Turn it into a dashed line just so it's the obvious that it's the midpoint of that. If this prints a swing low now on the 1 minute, then that's, I believe, an intermediate term low within the 5 minute imbalance. A 1 minute intermediate term low within this 5 minute imbalance. This disrespected this 5 minute though as well, so to be honest, pretty unsure of my long here, but oh well, I'm in it. I'm in it, I may as well stay in it because I'm still up on the day. Yeah, I'll still be up like what, $350 on the day. We got 7 whole people in the stream right now. Hit a like. Hit a like for Kai Capital. Okay, so that low I don't really want to see broken now. That bottom low here. If we move away, I'll jam my stop to that low. If we break that low, I'm probably wrong anyway. There's no imbalance in here that it like could be filling in. At least not on these time frames. Dom P's long as well. So what is it? Me and Dom P versus Journey. It could just consolidate, like, that's also an option. Because ES definitely seems to have just gone to sleep. Honestly, what if we can get above like these highs here, I'll jam my stop to this low. It's a bit too soon to do it right now, really. Okay, this is good. Don't gang up on you. Yeah, up above these highs. Above these highs, please. I'm looking at this, the highest one, obviously, because that's the main swing point here. That's the main. I want to see that. I want to see this high broken here, and then I can move my stop to this low comfortably. And we have just stopped shy of it, but it does look good. It does look good. Up $120 roughly. You would think that NQ wants to be the more explosive one to the upside here as well, just because, at least on these lower time frames, NQ hasn't come as low as ES. ES has swept London low. NQ only wanted to go down to pre-market. And I believe we just peaked above that high, so I'm going to jam my stop up just below that low. I'm just locking in profits, essentially, at this point. Because now we have this fair value gap here, so I'd want to see get respected. My stop's well below that. Well, we have two fair value gaps there, but that's the lower one. Oh, you're not in a trade, just reading. Trying to be done. Apex tempted you with 9%. Oh, God, Journey. Not the 90%ers. Tut tut tut. Let me move this position out of the way here so I can actually see the price. Where's that? What was the high of that 5-minute imbalance? There, okay. Let me get rid of the measurements on there because they're pretty pointless now. Well, we'll leave the 0.251. There's not really much point in the 0.5. I knew they would have 90% off as my rebill from TradingView data account renewed today. I figured the fake outs would be done for now. This would move up. Yeah, me too. I figured that was going to be the move there, at least the start of it. It still could be, like, it could be this, if it's going to do it, it's going to do it here, like that. If it comes, like, down here, like, it could come down here and then go up, but I don't want it to do that. I really don't want it to do that. We're getting a macro in 13 minutes, so... We also have that order block that's just across there, which is pretty nicely supporting that so far. I can't get comfortable in this damn chair. My foot was cramping. I use an Apex account for data. I know I made no sense in that last statement. Oh, they trading view data. Apex got your TradingView data, Dumpy. They've got your TradingView account details. They can see when you're rebilling, so they know. I know what you meant. 11.50 is my fave, but 10.50 can be good. Yeah, I mean, I just pay attention to any of them, and I don't really have favorite, to be honest. I do notice 10.50 to 12.10 a lot. Like, it offers some clean run a lot. Well, on certain days. But I try not to have like a favorite macro. I'm more of just like, oh, it's a macro. Okay, well, expect it to get a move on. And that's like all my thought processes for macros. What time is it? Oh, it's a macro. Well, hopefully price will move. And then even if it doesn't, I'll just sit through it anyway. So realistically, there's no benefit to the way I use macros, but I think people that like can get a benefit from them, obviously, by like maybe entering right before them. If you're trying to get like more scalpier moves, for my model, like it really doesn't make a difference whether I'm in a macro or not. If you're trying to get like a scalpier move, then you want to obviously be trading like just before or within a macro, probably, because that's where it's going to expand most likely. But yeah. What's ES doing? Yeah, see, ES came way deeper than NQ there. ES looks way more consolidated. Oh. That's weird. Because like NQ is already at this high, ES is down there, and ES went below that. Fair value gap. There we go. Expansion. Expansion, expansion. Expansion. Bum, 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 ba-da. Okay, I'm now very comfortable with where my stop is. I'm not going to break even yet, but I'll go to break even when that yellow line on Project X gets hit, because that's 75% of my target range, which is just like a nice rule of thumb. Go to break even when 75% of your target range is hit. We now have this. If this is going to move cleanly, I'll appreciate it, because now we have this fair value gap here. Kind of just waiting for my lighting to die, to be honest. I can feel it coming any second. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Seven and a half minutes until macro. I feel like this will probably end up filling during the macro, to be honest. I thought it was going to just kind of jump up there, but now it's kind of just seems to have come back a little bit. And like it could come all the way back into that fair value gap it just formed and do kind of like a stair step kind of run. We'll see. What's the price on that? 718.75. Basically the high of that daily fair value gap. Nvidia down after beating estimates yesterday. Oh yeah, that is weird. That was crazy last night. I watched the market live last night when Nvidia earning report happened, and that that tank drop was just, the elevator down was crazy. Look how far ahead the macros is. I just clocked that. Or the micros, the macros. The micro contract is like way above that high compared to the mini from what it looks like. Bum, ba, ba, dum, bum. I wonder, so like if I was to measure this range, yeah, right here, literally right on equilibrium. That's interesting. Disrespected that fair value gap, but as soon as it tapped equilibrium, then it started running off. Shot up, then free fall down. Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy. Experience with Bullnox, literally, essentially 0 complaints. Mr. God of War. To be honest, if I was very nitpicky, there was that one glitch that happened in stream yesterday, but I wasn't really that bad. I could definitely see like someone being raging over that, but like that's the one glitch I've had on it in like how many months I've been using it for. I'll tell you one thing I love about them. Well, not love, but like it's very helpful. On their dashboard, so their dashboard is like a little bit, it seems a bit aged, to be honest, when you're like on their dashboard for your account on the actual website. It feels like it's old, but it works like perfectly fine. And they have like a help desk thing on there, so literally any problem that you like would have anyway, like I say, I've had hardly any, but if you did have a problem, because I've had like just questions for like affiliate stuff and stuff like that, no actual questions about accounts, but you basically just like put a message into this help desk thing, and then as soon as like every day on the next day, like as soon as they start working, they'll like instantly message back with like a very easy answer. It's pretty, like, that's my, if I was to highlight one thing I love about them, it's their help desk slash like customer support, I guess you could say. But yeah, little to no complaints, which is why I'm still affiliated with them. If I just like my only issue with them is actually just with myself, because I've found it a pain in the arse to get this combine moving. But that's purely down to me just trading a model that I wasn't ready to trade. Now I've switched to my 2022 model, like my bread and butter. I'm feeling so much better as regards to the combine. But what I am thinking of doing, to be honest, like when I go into the new year, like if I pass when I pass this Bullinox eval, I don't know if I'll try and pass others. I might honestly just use this one on Project X, try and be fairly aggressive with it, get a payout or fail it, and what I then might do is start accumulating Tradeify or like NinjaTrader compatible accounts, because these like Project X accounts obviously aren't. They're compatible with, you can copy trade with the same companies, but you can't copy trade across prop firms. I'm just looking over here to see when I can move to break even. And that's something I think, there we go. That's something I think is a big leverage point, is being able to copy trade across prop firms. So, yeah, that potentially could be a plan going into the future, but like obviously not right now. They don't mess with payouts, right? No, not that I've heard nothing shitty about them in that sense. They will move you to live, but it's after a certain amount of payouts, and I have heard, just from looking around in the space, that even when you are qualified to be moved to a live account, once you've hit the sort of, I don't know what the word is, come on, brain. Once you've done the things that you need to do, like once you've had a certain amount of payouts and all stuff like that, and you've hit all the statistics, I guess, I can't think of the word, the goals, I guess, of where they would move you to a live, a lot of people haven't been getting moved to live. Because it's something like after three or 5 payouts, they'll assess you and move you to live. But I watched a few videos and seen a few things around on forums and such, and a lot of people haven't been getting moved to live. It would be great if companies had defined USD amounts after you could be asked to move to live. Yeah, I think like Tradeify is like that. I wish Chris was in here so he could correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Tradeify, once you make, well, I mean, Chris made over 100,000 with them, and then he got asked to move to a live. So I don't know if that's the number for them, if they have a USD amount. Like I say, I wish he was here so he could correct me, but he's not. But yeah, a lot of them are payout, like number of payouts, not dollar amounts, which is annoying. But the way I see it, like you could literally just decline to move to live. Or you could just get moved to live and then like obviously try and trade live, but it's not as good as trading simulated and being able to make real money from simulated accounts. But like obviously the goal, once you made enough, you could easily make enough from simulated and then just not even bother going to live. You could just go and make your own personal account, which is obviously the end goal for all of us, is to abuse prop firms and then just run away with our with our money and open a personal account. We're now in the macro, by the way. I mean, this has had a pretty clean run since sort of 10:30, but we are now in the macro. So we'll get filled in the macro, because if this doesn't get filled in the next 20 minutes, then I'm a goner. Let me like get rid of that stop loss as well, because I'm break even now. I would probably look for this to bounce off this 5 minute, to be honest. That looks like the cleanest sort of area for it to bounce off now. if all. Obviously, we have this 1 minute as well below that, so where's discount from this range? Yeah, it'd be the 1 minute. Let's get rid of that 5 minute and just have the 1 minute there to not mess the chart up too much. That's a pretty hefty retracement though, considering it's so close. Wouldn't really be comfortable with that. Have I run out of songs? I've run out of songs, guys. We're now going to sit in silence. Joking. We're just going to replay the playlist. Stream starting all over again. Oh, I definitely will do that at some point. I will do like a 24-hour stream. Not 24-hour, but like a whole day of trading from like... that'd have to be like some sort of charity stream, right? Like trade through Asia, then come back for London, then come back for New York AM, then come back for New York PM. Trade every single session of the day. Even though I'm literally only good at trading the New York AM and sometimes the PM. London, I'm horrendous. This is pausing at this daily fair value gap high and it's annoying me. Get up there. Welcome to my life. Some days. Come on, hurry up. I'm sick of being in this trade now. Didn't realize you switched to micros for your... Yeah, I didn't want to give the profit I'd already earned back to the market today, Journey, because I mean, I very rarely take 2 trades anyway. Like if I win, I normally am done for the day, but since I won so early, I was happy to take another one, just reduce the risk, since it wasn't like an A++ setup. It's probably like a B. Did you mark out the BNG? I did not. How terrible of me. Where would it even be? Be here. Oh, we'd be in it right now. On NQ. But that is kind of... it's a bit of an iffy one. I think I honestly would prefer this one. Probably. Can I have my money now? Please. That's funny. On ES, I'd probably... Yeah, I'd use that one on ES. Definitely. NQ, a bit more iffy, just because of that balanced range there. I don't really like it as much. I prefer this one on NQ. Just give me my money. Definitely made the good call trading NQ over ES there. Based off the fact that NQ got down to pre-market and no lower. ES got all the way down to London. That was my only reasoning for that, really. Relative strength analysis, if you wanted to sound really ICT fancy, ultimate trader, buy my course, bro dude. Or you can just say NQ looks stronger. NQ didn't go as low, therefore it was stronger. It's really as complex as you want, or as simple as you want to make it. My glasses are hurting my head. I've been here for so long. Appreciate you boys hanging out with me for this entire stream, though. It's been one of the longer ones. Oh my god, I moved my glasses. That was the worst thing to do. Now they hurt even more. Oh my god. Please film me. I want to go. I'm being tortured. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to take them off. Ow. Oh my god, that really hurt. I nudged them just a bit, and that was, oh my god. It was pressing on like some part of my head that was not meant to ever be touched by anyone or anything. Anyway, this is what I look like without glasses, guys. I now can't, I don't even know what's going on in the charts. I'm not even going to know when I get filled now. Everything's just blurry. I'm both long-sighted and short-sighted. My left eye is, one of them, one's one, one's the other. So I'm just like, oh my god, I get such bad headaches if I don't wear my, that's what happened in Spain. I didn't wear my glasses for so long in Spain because I was just not wearing them. Oh my god, the dizziness, the headaches, oh my god. And I didn't realise as well, I didn't even realise that it was my glasses not being worn that was causing me the issue. And then when I finally started wearing them again, I was like, oh my god. I forgot what it was like to just be able to see. I think my left eye is short-sighted. Yeah, I think my left eye is short-sighted and my right eye is far-sighted. That sounds right. Because my left eye's plus. That means it's short-sighted, right? I think I can put my glasses back on now. I needed a minute break. Oh, the music might pause. Yeah, the music's going to pause while I've not got my headphones on. There we go. My eyes are the same. I'm told that's not normal. Yeah, you and me are just two unusual fellas, Mr. Wiz. My left one is something like +5, like around there. And then my right is like -4. But I keep forgetting I need to get them checked because I haven't had them checked for a while and I feel like my prescription's gotten worse. I mean, I spend way too much time in front of screens, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's gotten worse. We have freaks in the room. I mean, we knew that already, Journey. We didn't need to talk about our prescriptions to figure that out. Is this going to be a real pain in the arse and come all the way down, or is it going to be nice and respect this fair value gap and then run higher? And hit my TP. I'm getting impatient to the point where I want to jam my stop like up into profit at this point. Like I want to jam my stop like up here. But that feels a bit aggressive, to be honest. What's that button do? I'm not going to press it. I've never seen that little squiggle before, I'm sure I haven't. Ugh. Watch me not get filled during a macro when I said like I'll get filled during this macro now. Watch it just go to sleep and not fill me until like 10:11 or 11:11. I'm very patient. Well, I'm becoming very impatient. All of a sudden. This fair value gap is holding, but just get a move on already. The stops are up here. Go get them. I need a whistle. I need a whistle so I can like whistle to it like a dog. Here, boy. Here, NQ. Come get these stops. Do 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 do. Where's that 5 minute? 5 minutes there. So if it wants to be a real pain in the arse, it'll come down to there and then move up. Also, that's also a 15 minute. I'm gonna highlight the 15. That's if it wants to be a real pain in the arse. I'm so stubborn that I will just hold this. I'm not gonna move my stop up. I will just hold this. That's what it is actually. I'm not patient. I'm just stubborn. Now what I'm thinking is it wants these stops here. I would be so surprised if I got stopped to break even. My stop's all the way down at 651. I'm down here. Makes no sense. If I'm right, no sense that it would come down here, really. Yeah, absolutely is stubborn thinking. Absolutely is. I'm a stubborn person. To be honest, I probably should have taken a partial at this daily fair value gap high. I've completely forgot I had 2 contracts on. What is that high? I mean, I'll just hold it now because I may as well, but that would have been the original. The plan should have been a partial over there at 719. I'm just gonna hold it all now. Do you not want the stops now? You're moving away. You confuse me, NQ. This is why I trade ES. Says the guy who's been trading ES for like 2 weeks. And is already back trading NQ. This is what I want to be able to do though, to be honest, is be able to say like, right, NQ looks better, I want to trade that. But obviously that just opens yourself up to... The more variables that you have to think about for trading, the more like you open yourself up to psychological ruin. It makes sense for this to expand, but crap happens in between, yeah. Absolutely. I'd be pretty confused if it wants to do it now, to be honest, but that's probably the exact time it'd do it. Looks like it was retracing to come down a bit, but it's literally just stops shy of them stops there, and I wonder if it'll get there right by the end of the macro. I'm gonna put my money on the fact that it will fill at like 11:11, just after the macro closes. I hope this is entertaining for all of you watching. When did I enter this trade? I entered like over here, right? Yeah, I entered there, 10:18, so I've been in this for 50 minutes. After sitting in my original trade from around here, that was about an 8:36 entry. 8:37 maybe. And then I held that one probably for about just under an hour. But like I've said this before, my trades, it's statistically proven in my stats that the longer I hold a trade, the more likely I am to win it. Oh, there goes my lighting. Oh, we knew that was gonna happen. Let me turn on like an actual light. Well, let me just put daylight in here. Some nice British daylight. When you hold a trade so long that your lighting dies. Hold it all day? Absolutely not. I refuse to hold this all day. Da-da-dum, dum-da-dum. Okay, well now the macro's finished now, so now you can go up there. Oh my god, this is getting out of hand. Start an Asia session and hold till market close. Oh, you Sunlight London? I forgot he was going. What do you think of trading IFVGs? I got nothing wrong with IFVGs, I just personally don't trade them. I'll even like identify them from time to time, but I won't ever enter off them because it's just not my model. But I have plenty of trader friends that do and enter using IFVGs very successfully. Chris Knox to name the probably the most successful one. Withdrew just over $100,000 from Tradeify trading IFVGs, so I can't exactly say they're flawed. People were really nice, really, in London. That's the meanest people. The only place where people were a-holes was France. Yeah, I mean, yeah, US people expect. Yeah, French people tend to be arseholes. They just stick. I mean, I can't say that they are because I've never really experienced it, but it is what everyone says. From my perspective, it just seems like French people stick to themselves. They're not really interested in making friends from other countries. French people like French people. But it's weird that he said that the people were nice in London because that's the meanest people in the UK. The meanest people that are in the south. Not the meanest, but the most focused on themselves. Northerners tend to be nicer. That's kind of the stigma. The stigma is that southern people are richer and more focused on themselves, and whereas northern people are poorer but happier and not as focused on themselves. Is this actually going to fill just after the macro? It would have been funny if it filled at 11:11, but Looks like it's gonna be like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, something like that. Interesting on the north-south, yeah. It's just the way it is. But I mean, I have friends from the south and I wouldn't consider them like arseholes. And there is absolutely arseholes in the north, so it's just a stigma at the end of the day. People are people. I'd probably maybe on average, if you wanted to break the statistics down, maybe on average people in the south tend to be more. They're not even arseholes. They just couldn't care what's going on with you. They're only focused on what's like happening in their day. And everyone in London has like got a place to be. No one's like, if you stop and ask, and if you try to like stop someone and ask them something, most likely they're just gonna like walk around you and just pretend you don't exist. Oh please, just I deserve a medal for holding this trade so long. Can you see the rain, by the way, on the window? I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but good to be back in grey wet in the UK, and it's August. Why is this stalling so much below this high of day? Doing my head in. I think I'm going to record a video as well tomorrow. Not sure what, but the weather has been perfect. Oh, here, the weather here has been perfect, much as usual. Where I can't remember where you are, Dumpy. You're on the east, right? The east coast. Like Tennessee, somewhere around there. I can't remember. When all you Americans like used to just start talking about like all your different states, I just like they all just sound like the same sort of place. Like Chris, I know like because like Chris is in South California, from what I remember. East Tennessee, right? Okay, I was right. Yawn. Did it break above that high? Yeah, it did just. My nightmare right now would be for it to be like, hey, I'm coming for these stops, and then do this. Oh, that'd be annoying. Oh, wait, that just jumped up. Okay, looks like we're getting filled. Finally. Finally. Should I just start doing the outro now before it's even hit take profit, just for aura? You know the trade has gone on too long when we talk about weather. Oh, come on. ES is expanding. There we go. Oh, my God. Thank you, boys, for sitting with me through that trade. Oh, my God. Hope you boys enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed it. I made money. Had a very good day today. Slapped NQ and ES around and made money. So, very good end to the day, very good end to the week, because tomorrow I'll be streaming, but I don't know about trading, but just because we have bank holiday on Monday, so I'm expecting quieter price action tomorrow, even though we have high impact news. But that is all from me, boys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to go and do something other than watch a trade play out for an hour. I'll catch you boys tomorrow.